Okay, I like these corps. Saturn more so than normal on Hellas because of the milestone rim setter. These are good looking preludes. Okay, looking pretty rushy here. Don't think we have a use for supplier here. We get 3 unique tags here for diversifier. It's not that good of a hand. It's not that good of a hand. The GIA standard tech are nice. Not sure if I want to spec on plantation here. We have standard tech and we already have 1 plant tag. We have no science tags. We don't really have anything to play in the opener here. I don't really want to play AAA. I mean, we could play AAA this game. What would that look like then? No, we can't play AAA with Business Network. And I don't think I want to play it Gen 2. It's so low value. We could keep it as a spec for Gen 2. This is like pretty clearly the makings of a rush hand. We have some plant prod. We have no heat, but we do have standard tech and we're rich. We might just have to spec on birds here. I think birds over fish because we don't have any heat. And we might just be waiting Gen 1. Maybe he's Ecoline and we get a value GIA Gen 2. Though I somehow doubt that. Could go really big brain meme play and go supplier, use the steal on Dets, and bump heat with Dets. But that's insanity. Could go Helion here. Falconage number 1. First chatter of the day. Welcome, welcome. Helion at least has heat. Are we going Helion Debts here? And skipping Business Empire? Is that ever correct? I kind of want to do it for the content. I kind of want to maybe skip the animals here. Because if the heat track goes too fast, we're probably just going to use it as money to SP greeneries. We skip both animals here. Oh, this is kind of fun. Let's have a death start, baby. What's up, Mars Expert? Yeah, sure. Saturn Helion. There's kind of 2 ways to play this, but I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play for the content and go supplier dome farming as Helion and just go crazy rush here. We already have we actually do have 1 science tag for plantation. So we could consider gambling on it here. It's really nice if we find NRA or insects, and NRA or insects we obviously want to play. So yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to skip the satellite. We're going to go Helion. We're going to take supplier. I think dome is better than mole excavation here. We're going to play Dets because why not? And we're going to commit. All right, I love it. I love it. Saturn's so boring here. Dets game for the fans. For Thread, hey, thank you so much for subscribing, Thread. If all I knew it took was Dets to get your sub, I would have done it a long time ago. No one wanted Dets. Oops. Okay, he didn't draw anything. He's Phobolog. Interesting. We can't Hired Raiders him. Here we go. Oh man, he played a Jove. We could have gotten prod from that. Will we Dets next gen as well? Absolutely. This is an easy asteroid mining cut. The rest of these cards are terrible. They don't do anything. And yeah, GIA kind of weak. This is interesting. Deco's obviously the best card here. A part of me really wants the Ocean, though. I think we're cutting Deco this game. There is Eccentric. We could... I mean, we do have 2 targets for it already, but we're probably going to play Moss well before. I think it's worth a 2 cash gamble. It doesn't set us back on anything right now. Microorganisms, okay. Let's take a look at Diversifier 5/4. I think we're gonna need a teleport tile because I'm probably gonna go for Polar Explorer here. Was that a 3 prod satellites? Okay, yeah, he's pretty wealthy. We could raid now. I don't really see a reason to. I guess if he wants to spend his 3+7 on something, I doubt he will. I think we'll wait one more gen and we'll just Dets here. We're not going to use heat to play Dets. Next gen we have double heat bump. So yeah, what are we going to get milestone wise out of this game? Ideally Polar. Maybe Tactician. I'm going to consider funding Cultivator to open this gen because he's absolutely going to fund Space Baron this game at 8. And this makes me want to fund Cultivator even more. He's going to take Beam. We're going to get Psychro back. I think we Dets again. I think we keep the Dets train rolling. Mining area or adapted lichen? Ooh. So here's where things get interesting. We could SP a Greenery, play mining area, and get a really nice head start on Polar Explorer. Adapted lichen, however, is quite strong with insects. Interesting. It's probably useless list to him. We're going to get Psychro back. It is going to take a long time for insects to get on. We do have GEIA. I'm extremely wary of playing into AMC, though. It's Gen 3 adapted lichen's kind of weak. SP greenery or adapted lichen. Gets our plant prod up to 2. I think I'm just like too afraid of AMC here. Let's take the playable card. Maybe he has to do something awkward to play the mining area. Stick to our plan. Pumping is funny, but we're not going to play pumping. And so now the question is, do we fund Cultivator? The biggest threat is if he has Habs and if he has NRA. But we're 1,000% going to lose Space Baron. We're going to lose a lot of awards this game. So I think this gen is Dets, Fund, Psychro, Lichen. Can we do all that? I think we can. And then next gen we GIA Moss. This is a super aggro fund. Can we wait till Gen 5? He has only 20 cash, and we're going to raid him. I'm going to say let's wait on it. The nice thing about Lichen 2 is it gives us a really nice conversion with GIA next gen. Because we'll have 4 plants going into the gen, and then we start taking the oceans in the north. Maybe we are just kind of conceding on Polar Explorer here and just taking the juicy stuff in the north. Mining rights. Ouch. Oh, he's not going for the milestone. Interesting. He's going for steel. Okay, he has no card draw, which is kind of our saving grace here. I don't think we need to play standard tech this gen. I think we're just going to heat bump, and that's probably it. And then we open, ideally, GIA convert before he pulls off. He could be trying to pull off, like, hydrogen convert, which is why he's creeping up towards the oceans. Other option is to play GIA now. Playing GIA now isn't so bad, but no, it actually is so bad because we don't get the conversion. It's only really worth it if we get the conversion, I think. So I think we just take our bump. Final debts. We're hoping this game ends Gen 3. We spend 10 cash, so it yields us... 10 cash for 12 heat. I think that's worth it. Dets also makes it harder to fund an early award. Interesting. Kind of a shame we don't have an animal now. This might be Noctis farming over greenhouses. If he heat trappers us, I don't care that much. It's very good for him, though. So it's either take Noctis farming and get 2 plant tags out of this draft, or cut heat trappers and get 1 plant tag out of the draft. It's kind of nice to deny him power, since he has a lot of steel prod and he doesn't have any, and this really cripples us. I'm going to cut the heat trappers here. The other plant tags aren't quite good enough. Holy crap. Okay, well now I think the game plan is take kelp and SP oceans. I think kelp is better for us than GC is for him. With 2 animals out of the deck, I like greenhouses here. So we can exactly afford to play GIA here if we keep 2 cards. I don't think... I don't want to keep domed here. I mean, we have power prod, but we have standard tech. It's expensive to keep the card. I think we take 2. Hopefully our plants don't die. We GIA convert, and we take both heat bumps this gen. He might play that Ganymede colony early for the milestone. Should be kind of funny. And then what tags are we missing? We haven't played our science tag yet. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be hard for us to get that milestone. We've already played a building tag. Tactician, we've got quite a few waiting in the wings. But we can't play this plantation. This is still a little bit of a ways away. Oof, Arctic algae. At least he's not... Okay, at least we... Oh, yeah, he plays the beam. At least we blow up 5 of those plants. Okay, now we're cooking. Double heat bump does turn on Noctis farming, so we can stall on that a little bit. We could play standard tech here and open... No, he's the one with Arctic algae, so SP and Ocean isn't very good. We do need one for Moss, though. He passed, so we can take our heat pretty comfortably here. Take our Psychro. I think that's it for us. He's up 3-1 on Tactician. Yeah, I still don't think we play standard tech because the SP Ocean doesn't give us any tempo that we care about. SP Ocean on 3 heat is interesting because it gives us a heat bump next gen if we find like grass or something. For now, we skip. Okay, a little late for Mohole. I think we cut the colony ship from him. These cards don't really matter too much, sadly. Search for Life. It's a pretty expensive way to turn on... What's it called? Plantation. It's the best card here. Oh, it's so expensive though. 6 cash just to turn on Plantation. Okay, this is probably the decision it's probably time to make on Cultivator. I feel like with Insects Kelp, it's got to be pretty safe here. I think Magnetizer is marginally better for him than Mohole. Like if he wants to contest me on heat, that's fine. I'll just use it as money. Okay, to search for life or wait. We could spec on it and like hope we get lucky and find standard or Mars U and like cycle it. Is there a line where playing Plantation this gen makes sense? Standard Tech SP Ocean puts us to 5 plants. Plantation puts us to 7. So no, not quite. The So line, let's see. If we SP an ocean, we give him a conversion, which is a little annoying. He might, I bet you he opens SP ocean convert and blocks us off from the south here, in which case we can just play moss naturally without having to SP an ocean. He might not SP an ocean because he knows we have kelp. So I think we just open with the cultivator fund here and take heat. And losing all the milestones is going to hurt. It's too expensive to SP a city and try to take polar though. I guess we'll spec on this. We're definitely done taking debts. Maybe it was a big mistake not to go in the south, but I don't know. Giving him like full access, we basically be sacrificing 6 cash and 4 plants, which is a lot of value. But we would have given ourselves an extra ocean and at least a whole heat bump. We really need nuke zone. Nuke zone would be insanely good for us. It's like the best tile we can find. Oh, Noctis farming convert, of course. Yeah, we don't quite have enough money here to standard tech SP Ocean. Actually, wait. 6 plus 15 is 20. We have exactly enough. I actually think I like this line. So we'll go standard tech, take a heat bump. We'll take 3 heat, take another heat bump and play moss. We lose a deco point. And we potentially turn on grass. You could wait again and just play Search for Life here so that we can open Plantation Convert. Maybe that's better. We're losing a deco point either way. It feels like the burden is going to be on us to get the O2 to 3 unless he has hydrogen, or not even Ice Asteroid does it because most of the plants are gone. He needs hydrogen. He passes. Okay. I like setting up the tempo for Plantation Convert, I think. Instead of the ocean line. Is technically another Tactician card, but we just don't have tempo to ever take Tactician from him. This is scary. Gosh, he has Eos, which makes small animals incredibly good. But I think passing research is super scary. We pass research, he takes small animals, we cut ants. We don't really care about coordination, even though we have insects. 7 cash for a plant prod at this stage, probably a little too much. Although small animals, man, this is such a big eccentric pack here. I still think the scariest thing he can do here is develop more card draw, which is why I want to cut research. Trees, though. Let's think about this trees. We have 2 heat bumps this gen, 2 heat bumps next gen. We could bait out a Demos from him. Trees certainly makes it harder for him to play heat. I think it's a lot better than a Gen 6 guild for him. Don't really want him to take ants here. I don't think we spec on ants. I think we just take trees. It sure is. We're in pretty bad shape, as the milestones just don't go our way at all here. We've got to score a lot of points on the ground this game, which we will do. If he demoses here, I'd actually be pretty happy. He has so much heat that he has got to use. Earth Cat. Okay. The Earth Tag was his final milestone. Maybe he doesn't have enough money to take Tactician, but I highly doubt that's the case. God, I am so tempted to SP City in the south. Plantation on an ocean. Here's the problem. He's got Ganymede Colony for sure, which means he has Rim Settler. The question is, can he take both milestones? If he can't take both milestones, we just take Tactician anyway by playing Plantation, Deco, Moss. So playing a city in the south is actually stupid. Let's stick to our plan. However, if he takes Tactician here, that's what he should do. Nope. Okay, he takes Rim Settler, and he might still have enough for Tactician. But there's nothing we can do about it. When does EOS come on? -12, right? So we can take a heat bump here to stall. Oh shoot, I just set up grass, but he can't play grass and fund. The compendium. I forgot about this little thing. -12. Holy crap. Nuke power into Energizer. Okay. He has tripled us. Is there any possible way we could take a 14 award here? It would be eccentric, and he has small animals, and we have only Deco, and he potentially has ants. No, we cut ants, sorry. He doesn't have ants. In any case, we don't need to fund it right now. Protected Habs. Security Fleet actually not horrendous for him. Maybe. Trop Resort's actually pretty good too. This looks pretty close to being able to concede though. We're not really finding what we need here. Insects is just going to be too late. He's not going to take his heat. We would be crushing it on Tharsis right now, let me tell you what. I think we don't take our heat here. Next gen we have 32 heat, which is 4 heat bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we're 1 off of trees. I don't really want to make it easy for him to play bushes if he has it. Though he can simply just turn it on himself. And if we take both of our heat here, he can then take 4. He's going to get the bonus ocean, like, no matter what. I have to imagine he is big or, what's it called? Big or Demos or something. Mention contest. He can out... I guess we can take our heat because he's always going to outstall us, right? So the only reason we wouldn't do it is because he wouldn't take those heat otherwise. Like, if we just pass here, he might be forced to take heat that he doesn't want to take. But I think he's going to take heat no matter what this game. It would be silly for him to just completely waste it. We don't really have much of a play here. 1, 2, take heat. We're not going to SP3 asteroids. We're not going to SP3 oceans. We're not going to fund anything. Yeah, we just have to wait here. Not having ice cap right now is pretty painful. As predicted, that card was gonna be really good. Okay, he plays guild. And he buys a card, never a good sign. SPing Ocean's just extra dangerous too because they just give him Arctic algae value. We need some space events really badly. He might even be able to turn on small animals this gen if he manages to make a greenery and then convert again. Maybe Protected Valley would do it. There's some universe next gen though where we get down our entire hand here, which would increase our plant prod by 3, 6 plus increase our plant prod by 13. I mean, I'm not really surprised he's stockpiling heat because he passed us trees. And once that goes, he'll use it all. Okay, he passes. He now has 48 heat. It is making him quite poor, I will say. He like only has minerals. God dang, these are just not gonna do it. Do we cut power supply consortium? Or do we care about the city? I think the city is more threatening. I don't want him to find steel cities. If we get tapped on Gen 8, then like so be it. Man, our drafts have been really bad though. We might have to take the special design here. I think we take the special design here. That lets us play Kelp. That means we don't have to SP Oceans. We give him a Jove, which is pretty crappy. Alternatively, we could just cut Vesta, hopes he takes Probe. We're going to have to make these Oceans anyway. Let me do some quick math. If we take 2 heat and SP a heat, that's minus 11, so that's 68. Can we then SP 3 Oceans in Kelp? 68 minus... And then each ocean costs 15, so 68 minus... that one actually costs 13, and then that one costs 11, and then that one costs 11 as well. So we still have 33 cash left over, plus Psychro. So we have 35 cash. Trees Kelp costs 30. So we're off. We also would have a greenery conversion. We can't get any ocean rebates though. I'm gonna cut Vesta. I think he'll take Probe. The thing about special 7 cash basically for... Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, well, we're not taking any of this. It's an expensive 7 cash anyway, since we're gonna have to make the oceans ourselves. Maybe we get some help from the card ocean. We could also put the ocean... We could also get... No, never mind. The max ocean rebate is from the oceans on the right. I feel like maybe we get like... If we got like indentured from the card, that would be pretty sick. Because once we drop... If we could drop this whole package this gen, I mean, except for greenhouses, I guess, then we're just spamming cities for the rest of the game. And it might be enough to offset 2 awards. It kind of depends on how many mults he finds. He already has 2. He buys another card from Guild, of course. Although he thought about that for a while, so maybe it's not a slam dunk. Really stinks to not have ocean rebates here, or a tile to take the cheap ocean in the south. He's really having a think. Okay, there's the bushes. No eco zone, that's a good sign. Just take this now. Hey! Adaptation tech. That technically lets us play everything we want. Here's the thing. He doesn't have such an overwhelming scaling advantage that we... Like, I don't feel like we need to completely rush the game. I think now that we have adaptations tech, our scaling just goes bananas. Like, 3, 6... And then we have 6 plant tags. We're going to increase our plant prod by 12, and we have protected habs and standard tech. We literally just fill the entire board with cities. He doesn't have like AI in play or anything. He just kind of has Joves. He does have a lot of heat. He does have both awards. Though if he's not careful, we can take eccentric. If we get really lucky, if he doesn't fund a 14 cost here. Oh, he's playing towing. Okay, now I don't think we have to play adaptation tech. Nice. Okay, he's terraforming. We're in business. Here's what happens now. We take 2 heat bumps. We give him the bonus ocean, which he'll always have no matter what. And then that lets us play kelp. He takes 2 heat back. We play kelp, we play trees, we play insects. And we save so much money. Now I think I like city in the south. Or take the 3-point city. It'll be a 5-point city. He's taking titanium, which is a little scary. We're locking him out of being able to take his plant conversions here, which is kind of nice. We might just not convert this gen. I think I like taking 2 northern cities if we can swing it. City, city. Carve out the rest of the top real estate. Wow, lake. Okay. Okay, now he has control of the bump. Boy, I really want that last ocean. It's 18, 15 minutes. It's a 9 cost ocean. And he has ice cap. And then I think we just SP City here because we can still afford insects, right? SP City costs 22, so we have exactly enough. And then we open SP City. Just try to take both the good spots. He gets the heat here. There's no way around it. So he'll take the rest of the heat, and then we're just spending all of our heat on as cash. Rip fish. If we got Saboed here, that'd be brutal. How he has a really strong ground game. We have to do this to get insects on. Imagine Irby's here. No, he's been taking 2. Oh, he took... Oops. He took 1, but yeah, he stalls us out, like, no matter what. Irby's might be the nuts here. If we find Irby's, we can just open with Fund and SP City. just has so much. He has so much. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, he has mangrove too. Oh, we're so dead. He's flipped cultivator. Question is, will he hold it? It probably means we can't SP a city. We have to make greeneries. Now he's funding awards. Yeah. Callisto's just a flex. Oh, we're getting stomped. 52 points in Gen 9 right now. Feels good, man. This has been the worst, I think the worst drafts I've probably ever seen. I don't really know what Saturn would have done differently this game, to be honest. It's not like we found anything good. We have to fight Cultivator, so I'm just not even going to make a city at this point. Like, there's no way around this, really. Like, we had 2 good cards. Sure, yeah, he just had crazy tempo. Like, he had an IO start as Phobo. And he had Arctic Algae. Yeah, he just had a ton of money. Let's at least not lose our award, though. Maybe we don't lose the award. He has 1 more greenery. I should have made a city. I think I should have just made a city. But it's fine. We've lost no matter what. What's up, Lartza? How's it going? Anti-grav. This is an impressively bad score, I have to say. Yeah, I think so too. Thread, do you want to play the next game? Cool. Elysium or Tharsis? Tharsis? Okay. Dang, so close to a Dets victory. $70 points in Gen 9. Oh my god. This map is so hard to do a pure rush on because you just get totally scooped on the awards. Well, in this case, the milestones. I really wish we could have played this on Tharsis. It actually would have been so much closer. Because we take 2 milestones. So that's a huge swing. I mean, I think we still lose on Tharsis, but whatever. Pain.